So this will force the teres major to work, but it will also make the pec tired. So, but you can't control the yoke overhead without the pecs. So if he wants to be able to do this, he's gonna have to, he's gonna go like this, and then he's gonna have to. It's like, all right, you get pissed, but find the pecs. And the question is, how fast is it gonna be for him to get sympathetic? Not very long, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
But then he's gonna
once
have.
he's in a sympathetic state, then the anger will
But
come.
then but then he needs the anger because he's too controlled.
Yeah.
So he needs to get pissed a little
Doesn't
bit.
get
And
angry.
no, at all. And then after he's all like, "Oh, I'm looking for so much." I'm like, "It's Tuesday morning. Don't worry, it's coming." So we need to crush him a little bit. Yes, exactly. Which is good. I want high expectations. That's going to force him to. He needs to come down the high horses a little bit.
Rope on the other side.
No, because I want him to pull this way. Because it's cleaner on the last part here. Okay, so push it, and then
Okay.
if you pull the rope the other way, like the end is too high. Go. By the way, that's the way I've done rope pulls for years. You had to push it first. Me, I used to drag it and then do the rope pull, which works too.
Isn't it the problem of...
Good!
Stop!
All right, so as I don't care how you pull it, I just want as fast as you can. Right? You do whatever you got to do. Don't stand up too much, but basically don't worry about it too much. Just pull. I just want speed, right? So just think about moving wide stance, and after that you do whatever you want. A bit wider, wider. There we go. And pull. There you go. Faster hands. Faster. Faster hands. Fast. Breathe, don't show. Faster. Breathe. Almost there. Awesome. Good. Fun times. Okay, take that all the way to where the Range Rover is. All right, do we have 5 kilos? Let's put 5 kilos on each.
Yeah.
So 20 kilos total, please. Yeah. 5. I don't like the when it's unbalanced, like he's already fucked up enough.
Yeah, really?
Let's make sure it's balanced. It's almost the same, but not quite. For people that struggle, nah, it's not the same.
You see the right side coming a little bit more up.
And back.
All right, come back. It's the same thing. Come back this way. We're gonna give him 2 minutes, and then he'll do it again.
Yesterday he said he's pulling deadlift 250 kilos for 5 sets.
No shit.
So,
Oh, he's a strong guy.
Yeah, but he's only doing a squat 200 for 1, so he's. that's
Oh,
quite,
there's a problem right there. Yeah, that's his lower back.
And we did yesterday the yoke carry
Yeah.
with 250 and it was heavy.
Interesting. All right. Break, you get 2 minutes. Relax. Get your heart rate down. All right? Yeah. Get your heart rate down and we do it again. Where do you feel it? Upper back?
a little bit shoulders.
Yeah, well, somewhat. Yeah. Upper back? No. Nothing? All shoulders? All right. Okay, so we have to teach you to not
A
load the
little bit
shoulders.
in the neck.
Okay, that's from the traps, right? On the right side, right?
More, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You shrug a bit on the right.
When you walk overhead. It's a little bit to get less tension in your neck.
But you'll find that. It's just once your shoulders are tired, you're going to start to find other muscle. This is much stronger than this.
What is stronger, my lat?
Lat and pec is stronger to hold than just this.
Yeah, sure.
But right now you're so strong, you've learned to use it. So I'm going to make it tired until you learn that there are other ways to do this. But I have to make you tired first. That's all. All right, same idea. Pec stick, rope pull, over. Until he finds either his lats or his pecs. Then we'll lessen the weight every time if we have to. Okay. All right. You're gonna have to build that right side, huh? He's right-handed?
The right side is off, right?
Yeah. Is he right-handed? Man. When your strong side is messed up, that's a bad sign. See what I mean, like he's all like this, like so that will show more and more. Like as he gets tired, like and he gets pumped, you'll start to see really the stuff showing up.
This was a good eye test, right?
It's
You
usually
just
better
put
at
it
the
in,
end, yeah, because then you see
some
all
on
the
left
stuff
side
showing
look
up,
okay, and the right
and then
side
suddenly it's
something.
like this, and then
Yeah.
by the end you'll be like that. I mean, and then you can truly see what all the problem starts. When you're fresh, it's easy to hide stuff. It's a lot harder to do it when you're tired. So I've done that a lot for people that use their biceps a lot. I do row pulls until the biceps are gone. Then you're gonna have to use your lats. It's like I'm here all day. It's all good. I can do this all day. It's up to you. Push it, pull it. Time! Sorry, the rope is too short, sorry. I like your spirit though. And as fast as you can. It's lighter, so you should pull faster. Wide stance, there you go. Oh, that right side is giving up. No thumbs, yep. Yep. It's 100 kilos, man. It's not exactly.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Strong.
All right, just make it to the car. Okay, so I'm gonna make him do 5 sets. I'm gonna blast him on the overhead. There we go. Good. No, leave the yoke over there. Leave the yoke. You'll do it on the next one. Where do you feel it? Starting to a bit on the right. Yep. So break. We do it again. Every time I'm going to put less weight so you can keep going fast. Right? If I have to take weight off, I will. Right? But if I have to take weight over there, I will too. The point is not the weight. The point is to challenge you. So you have to start using all this. So I'm waiting for your biceps and your shoulders to give up. That's why I'm going to make you do sets, but I'm going to take the weight off so it doesn't stress you too much. But every time, once this is tired, then you'll start to engage this and this more.
My shoulders are still.
Yeah. This is giving up, I can tell. So that's why I'm going to lessen the weight here, because I'm going to blow up your biceps till your lats, especially on the right, has to go. So make sure you pull on the right. Don't do this. You're starting to shorten on the right. Be conscious of it. If you need less weight, we put less weight. This is not a strongman contest. You need less weight, we put less weight. But I want this here. I don't want this. Right? As you get tired, it will happen. That's normal. But I'll now lessen the weight. If we have to do no weight there, one plate here and no weight there, I'm cool. But we're going to do it until the muscle that you use normally are tired, so we can start using the other ones. Right? I want you to know what it feels like to go like, oh.
Right now, it's in my little bit my lats.
Okay, then we're getting there. Yeah, we'll do as many as we need. I'm here. It's all good. When you're ready, go. He started to get a pump though. His test measure starting to show a little bit.
Right friend too.
Well, yeah. He's not going to hide it. I wonder how many sets he would take to make him angry. We don't have time today, but otherwise I would play with it. Time! Time! The exuberance of youth. Fast as you can.
Weiter Stand. Weit. Kopf runter, Arsch hoch, komm. Oberkörper runter, Arsch hoch.
And faster, go. Fast, 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 fast. Come on, faster. Faster. Move. Move your hands. Come on, faster. Good. It's funny, like the right side is great like that. How's that feel?
Better.
Better? You feel it in your lats or pecs? Lats a bit?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Get back.
All right. So away from the shoulders, right? Good.
It's still burning.
Well, they're gonna burn. I just don't want to be the only one burning.
Yeah.
I want everybody to join the party. That's much. All right. Break. 2 minutes. Again. Lighter weights. So that's a good way, right? Because if I keep the same weight, it's just gonna slow you down and you're gonna stress out. So because you know there's less weight, you go, okay, I can do this, right? So it allows you to keep on pushing because you know you can do the next one. So even if we have to take weight off there, that's okay. When it's like that, for that particular intent, I'll make you pyramid the way down so that you look and you go like, okay, I've gone heavier last month, I can do this, right? I'm tired, but I can do this. And then that way you can push the fatigue a bit more and more and more. If this you feel is starting to get too heavy that you have to shrug, we take weight off. Right, the point is that you feel this. There's a moment where you get so heavy you have to shrug. There's always that weight.
Things got better.
It look better. The right shoulder look like it's coming down. That's why like this, I'm okay. But you tell me. If you feel you need to start doing this, then we take weight off. Remember, the point is right now is not the weight. We can work heavy, that's not a problem, but that's not the intent of this workout. That's why. So we have to know exactly why we're doing it so we can do it correctly. That's step number 4, right? You did 3, okay. So he has 2 more going. Fun time. Five rounds the same weight, that's not the fuck up. You want to feel your pec and your lats? We're going to call it the lat pec workout. Descending weight, 5 rounds, have fun. Yeah. 60-second rest in between. Yeah.
50 seconds.
Oh, you had a bit more, I guess. 90 seconds? What would you be? What would you be nice?
Nothing. It's like
Exactly.
putting it down.
I agree.
starting over.
That's my point.
You're a CrossFitter, dude.
No way, man.
I'm a weightlifter. 10 minutes, please.
I changed my approach.
Every
you
20
know?
minutes. Yeah.
I do like every round, every 4 to 5 minutes.
Every round, exactly. Like
I
you
do-
said,
I do.
round. You didn't say anything about the rest in between.
I'll do the Russian
Yeah.
style, drink a vodka, have a cigarette,
Yeah,
come back
exactly.
to my lift.
Every 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get stronger, who
Yeah,
cares?
yeah, exactly. I snatched 200 kilo. Fuck you.
So I'm right.
Exactly. Pretty much.
Stop!
Yeah, like the pecs are getting pumped, but like the right side is lagging a little bit. Exactly. Pec then. That's what you do before a first date, man. You do that workout, you're gonna get like, hey baby, how are you?
This is why the workout should
Say,
be
why don't
called.
you relax? I am relaxed. And move. Does that impress the German girls? No? Yeah. I hope so, right? Oh, looks better on the right.
It's getting better, right?
Yeah. Looks to me like there's more space between the shoulder and the head than we started. So a little bit, or he's really tired, but all right. How's that feel?
The same.
Getting tired? Shoulders are burning,
Yes.
but you feel it a little bit the lats, a little bit the pecs?
Yeah.
All right. On the right, right? The right seems to be lagging. You're right-handed, right?
Yes.
That's funny. The right is lagging.
When I have shoulder pain, it's not often, but then it's in the right shoulder.
Because you're using it so much. It's taking over everything.
Like when
The-
you're
the
in
right
Kosovo
shoulder. Yeah.
or having something overhead.
Too long? Yeah. Yeah. You put everything on the right shoulder. You put everything on your shoulders, but you put everything on the right shoulder especially. So this on the right. When the strong side is, the structure on the strong side is weaker, that's not a good sign. That you can break. You can break something very easily. So, right. Break. That'll be your last one.
Can I use the lighter kettlebell?
Hmm?
Can I use the lighter kettlebell?
Yeah, you do. I don't care, man. Finally, I was waiting for you to go for the lighter one. You decided the blue, not me. Yeah, now he's just tired. So now he's giving up mentally, which is good. I'm hoping on the last set he'll be a little bit more trying to feel it, you know what I mean? Control individual have to be pushed past their control point. Because he wants rules, not order. I'm like, fine, I'll wait.
But yeah, you talked about like the Germans have problem in general. I thought about it. Maybe it's also because of the school system, because of our past in the Nazi time. Because the first 10 years we get taught like
Yeah, I mean the German culture is a warrior, strict culture. But the difference between rules and order again.
no,
Is
and
yeah,
that's the reason why
Yes.
we're like
Oh,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Because we get
There's-
taught it will-
there's no
not
question.
allowed, never, that's
Yeah.
not allowed to happen again.
and never
You
to
were
yeah.
bad, you were bad, you were bad, and it's
Yeah, I think the German school system is. This is. They forget why the Nazi happened in the first place. Because after World War I, everything was taken away from the Germans, all the factories, everything, and so they were so desperate, and they did whatever they had to do. So, it's a bad idea to do it again. I know, but you try to take away the German pride. That's a bad idea. It's a beautiful culture. Philosophy, like there's been anything from painter to philosopher to musicians, is Germany, man. Don't take that away. Yes, take the Nazi away, but don't take the German culture away. That's a mistake. German culture is a beautiful one. There's no reason to take it away. Yes, some stuff. Yeah, but we have to put it in context. That means the French, the American, and the English fucked up Germany so bad that he paved the way for a strong man to. That happens in every culture, man. There we go. Good. Last one. There you go. Be German. Put the thing back on it. I like it. Exactly. Me, I will not even see it. You see how his left bicep is pumped versus the right? Yeah. The whole arm, yeah. The whole arm on the left is so much more pumped. Good. Same thing. Little bit of pain. That did not sound genuine at all. Little bit of pec, little bit of lats. All right. Do you want to finish just with a set of push-ups? Remember yesterday when so this is what I want. There, back in. Here, back in. Just like the air squats, right? And just give me a max set just to get a pump in the pecs. Let's see if we can.
Down, out.
Yeah, and then back in. Yeah, exactly. And then so you inhale. And then just find the pecs. Okay, stay here. Right? Put this a bit higher. There we go. And stay like that. So put it on the pecs. Find your pecs. Find your pecs. Find your,
Shoulders are burning more.
okay, find your pecs. So do 5 at a time and try different stuff. Okay, do me a favor, no. Here, stay here. Push this, go. Stay here, push, push.
All shoulders.
Whole shoulder.
So don't go all the way down.
Yeah, no, Shorten the range. Geh nicht so weit runter, bleib nur in
Slow
der
everything
Mitte.
down.
But I feel it more when I leave the top position out, I think.
No, but slow everything down.
So everything down. Go, get your hands closer. Just play around, find the peg.
Geh nicht so weit runter. Stopp.
How about this one? No, go wider on the hands.
Du hast die Hände ein bisschen nach außen zeigen, die Finger.
Yeah, exactly. Open the hands and a little bit wide. There we go. Not crazy, just open a little bit the hands. Try to see if we can find the pegs.
Keinen kompletten Lockout.
Ja.
Yeah, we do. All right. So, okay. Now, see, like it's all here, right? I want you to be here. So, how to do this? I want you to be almost rounded. So, you know, like you're doing this, you're doing the push-ups like this, right? I want you to be rounded like that. So maybe this way. Yeah. But I want you to come here and to let your elbows go out. So they're gonna come in on the way down, out on the way up. In on the way down, out on the way up. Yeah, and out. Even more than that, out. And out. That looked a bit better. Yeah, that looked better. All right. Yes, that was less sharp. All right, that's better. Good. All right. Right. So it's this, right? So it's, you rely on here all the time. Now we took that away. We made you do this a bit more, rounding, but then we get to the peg. All right. So we can do this. All right. So it's playing, right? We get everything exhausted, and then we start playing until you find it. So I don't care if you do 2 push-ups at a time, and you're like, I'm going to find my pegs. And you try everything, but see, okay, this did it. So you're 2 like this, right? The next one I do, you do like a martial art thing, you know, like the karate thing. Like that's how you're going to do it, literally like this. So then we can start to do this with the dumbbell press and everything to engage the peg. So cyclical work for the peg, basically. So we'll do this on dumbbells too. Even dumbbells, we're going to get elbows in, elbows out, elbows in, to force you to engage the peg. In competition, you do whatever the fuck you have to do. But to find the peg, we'll do this. We'll take dumbbells, come in, out, because then he'll stop you from doing this sometimes. You've learned to be here too much, right? But I want you here. So then we'll make you do stuff like that, right? In cyclical, we'll do that this week until you find the peg. All right, let's put this away. Oh, it's getting warm. All right, so the cyclical work for him will work. Yeah, he finally got it, but we can make you like dumbbell or even dumbbell press, but in cyclical. I think that's the only way he's going to find the peg, because otherwise he's like, whoosh.
So how is it possible that he got such big pecs, but they're not actually working? So how did you train them?
He's young, talented. No. Nitrogen, I think it's Bompa call that like, how do you call that? Displacement something, where they just feel, you know, they just feel the muscle, but it's not strong in a weird way. I mean, there are ways to do this. If you're talented, you just keep some tension while you do that, you'll be enough to get residual, but it's not activating properly, so at a certain weight, you'll never be strong enough. He's very, very strong, very talented. See, like, it's pump, but it's more pump here than here. Squeeze. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because your right side should be far more pump than the left. I mean, yeah.
Squeeze up here.
Yeah. Squeeze. Squeeze
I'll
here.
squeeze it up here.
Yeah. Squeeze.
I have
No,
to
no.
do
Yeah,
this.
I know exactly that. So do this. I just want to see. Yeah, squeeze.
With the ripple. That's how this
Oh, yeah.
starts to take over.
Yeah. And then you go here. So we need to get stuff going. All right, cool. Let's go back inside. This should be weaker on your weak side. That's normal. 10%. I don't know more than 10%, but you know, like you expect the weaker side because you're less coordinated, you have less of a connection, so the muscle responds less on your weaker side. Yeah, that's normal. But when the strong side responds less, ooh, all right, that can be less than optimum. That was good. We're gonna make you do cyclical movements, like the push-ups at the end. That was a better. The form was better because otherwise you're just going like this. I mean, at the end, by forcing your elbows to go out like that, it's the same thing I do on the squats, if you look, right? So it's that cyclical squat. I mean, when we come like this and then we come back this way, right? So basically it's the same thing here. So it's external torque on the way down, internal torque on the way up. So it's down and out, down and out, down and out. So that's what I did on the push-ups. So when you do them, I want you to try elbow in, elbow out, elbow in, elbow out. Like if you can't visualize it, remember, you know, like karate, like they go like this, and then they go there. It's the same idea, right? Except you're gonna let the elbow go with it. All right, so obviously the shoulders are burning the entire time, but he started, I feel, using his neck a lot. Did you feel your neck by the end?
Less.
Less, right? Yeah. It looked better as you went. Yeah. You got better, right? As you went on, it looked like it was better and better and better. Like you started to go more toward, but it's the right pec is the issue. Like I'm sure Rich will do another assessment, but you can tell like the right pec, right teres major is the issue. And so when we put you on the push-ups, you wanted to do this. You wanted to go to your upper back and stay there and just do this, right? So you develop your pec while doing this, which allows for muscular development, but they're not joining the party. So when we made you do in and out like this, which is the cyclical movement, then you started to feel the internal torque chain, basically. So you've been into external torque on everything for a long time. Right? Yeah. So we need to teach you internal torque. So it's one thing to say do internal torque, and it's another one to feel it, as you've seen on the push-ups. But at the end, finally, we start get you to feel a little bit the pec. Little bit pec means you're starting to feel what it's like. That's all I want. And then we just build on that, right? But so that means for a while, we're going to make you do work with the dumbbells, right? Because the barbell allows you to go external torque too much. With dumbbells, you're going to go cyclical work. So you're going to do in with the elbows out, basically. External torque, internal torque, right? Like this and rope pulls. That's a very good combination. Then you can do something with dumbbells on the bench press. You're going to go in and out, right? And rope pulls, and you can do push-ups and rope pulls. And just find the pec. Rope pulls, find the pec, rope pulls, find the pec, rope pulls. Until we can start to create this, until you understand what it's like to feel the internal torque, we can talk about it all day. It doesn't mean anything to you. Because then you go right back to that. It's like, I don't feel my pec. Yeah, because you're here. So now I need to go, oh, that. So we need to change your movement pattern, right? Not even that. We need to teach you a new movement pattern, right? So that's what's going to matter when you do the exercise. It's not the weight. It's not the time. It's you finding a movement pattern where your pec engages. So that's a cyclical work, right? So it's going to be in and out, in and out. Whether it's up, bench, push-up, don't care. Even dips on boxes if you want to do it, I don't care. Yeah, exactly. Why? Because your elbows goes from in to out. This action right here is going to force this to engage. And so you're gonna find me ways, even if it's dips on boxes, I don't care, but you're gonna find a way to engage the pecs into rope pulls, because that's where you get the back and forth. Like that fast, right? So even if it's less weight, but I want it fast, you should get your teres major and pecs engage, and from there we can start explaining what internal torque is. But until you feel it, it's just words on paper. You know what I mean? Like you have to, and then when you start to feel the pec, you feel, oh, that feels awesome, then we're winning. But you have to have that carrot first, right? Like, oh, I feel that, I like it. Now we have. But until you have that, ooh, it's just not there. And so then why am I doing this? Because you didn't get that. Ooh, I like that, right? Once you get that, ooh, that felt good, then that's it. Then you're sold and we can go forward. But until you get that moment, it's like, all right, you're just following rules, right? Which is causality based, which is exactly what, that leads you to external torque, because you're just fighting it then. So I don't want you to, in that sense, I need you to find the intent, right? Which is like, ooh, I got that. Now we're moving. Like you felt your pecs on push-ups, all right. Even in an exhausted, when you're exhausted, you should go back to your shoulders. That's normal, that's your pattern, right? We went you exhausted and you found your pecs. All right. That means we can do it, right? But again, you understand, like it's about you finding the ooh. So it's not like as simple as just do this and you get that. It doesn't work like that, right? First, you have to find the intent, and then after that, you go like, okay, now that I get it, I can push it, I can do workouts around it, whatever you want. But first, there's that intent, right? That finality where you go, ooh, that's how it feels like. All right, that feeling, then we replicate it. Then once you guys are efficient at that, you can play with, I would start to play with rope pulls and snatches or stuff like that. Because you're gonna have those weird combinations in CrossFit, and there's nothing worse to blow up your pec than the rope pulls. Once your biceps and pecs are tired, anything overhead is a massacre. So you do that into a snatch. I've never tried, but I'm kind of curious to see one of you guys do it. I'm not doing it, but I want to see it now. It'd be a mean combination. But what I like about it is it'll teach you to fail. So don't hurt yourself, obviously, but at the same time, that'd be a good one. Like I'm super surprised, for example, in Holland, that they're not doing better at CrossFit. They have the biggest women out there, like with hips like this, legs like that, and yet on the open, they're not doing good at all. There's something weird, but then by talking to them, I can tell you, they pace everything. All workout is volume, and there's no intensity. So during the open, where you get 10 minutes and go, they can't. So they all do those long-ass workouts and train 3 times a day, and when it comes to go, they're incapable of doing it. Like in Holland, like you don't start lifting weights until you're 21. And I thought the French were weird. 21 years old. They say before that, you're going to stun your growth and everything. So it's literally 21 years old. I was like, that explains a lot. So they're super active. Yeah, they're super fit, super active, but volume-based, right? When it comes to, then unless they've done a specific sport, they can't do it. So it's very interesting. There's a culture to change there. But Holland should do a lot better, but that's the key, right? They don't know. So whenever that's also something I've noticed with the Dutch, is there's a certain pride. When they fail at something, they don't like it. So that's the German side in them. You know what I mean? Like they fail, they don't like it. And so then that just freaks them out mentally.
Do you guys mind if we close the gate for a couple minutes?
Coach, question.
You cold or hot?
No, I just felt a little bit sick this morning.
Okay, yeah. So close it, yeah. Yeah.
Yesterday we had a brief.
I heard German on that side, that's why.
He told about now, he told prior to this about sometimes having some itching elbow pains.
Yeah.
This would
Yes, oh, totally. Like whenever you have itching, that's the fingers, that's the tingling in there, that comes from here. Like the first stress he felt in his neck, because he's like this all the time. The neck is basically the either insertion or attachment of the trap. I can never tell which one is which. So the tension is here. That's because he's like this continuously, so that puts pressure all the way up to here, right? And so he starts to pinch stuff, and then you get the feeling all the way down. So and then elbow is from being like this all the time. He has his hand and he continuously rotates his elbow, so that creates a lot of stress right here. I bet this is sore all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So mostly when I have something in the front rack position.
Yeah. It's that external torque continuously. So we have to show him the front rack with a peg stick to show that actually it's front rack is not external torque, it's internal torque. Do we have a 30 or 40 kilo peg stick? Right here? Tiens, give.
Sometimes it lasts.
Yeah.
I had the problem that my whole arm started tingling.
Yeah. It's here. Man. And the elbow is the same thing. Thank you. It's external torque on everything. You just need to find internal torque. If we find the peg, the teres major, this will go away. So what I want you to go in the squat. No, you're going to go like this. The other way. No, the other way. Yeah. You're going to go in the squat. No, go in the squat first. There we go. Exactly. So put it next to your face and bend it toward your face. Okay. Do you feel like and then go like this. No, like stay like this. There we go. Do you feel like that's like a front? You see like the muscle you're engaging? It's all here, right? It's like a front rack position. So relax and do it twice. Then relax and bend again. You see how much disengage? That's your front rack position, right? And then you got tremendous tension. You got tremendous tension while activating your pegs. See what I mean? So this position is, you get more tension by engaging the peg through internal torque. So the whole idea of getting you into a front rack with the retraction of the shoulder blade is actually wrong. It's protraction of the shoulder blade with the entire tension coming from internal torque, not external torque. The front rack position is not an external torque position, it's an internal torque position. And I don't care if there's an external rotation of the humerus, because whenever I bend this, there's always an external rotation of the humerus. It has nothing to do with the torque being created. When I do this, it's actually internal torque that creates the front rack position. So that whole shit of stretching this way is actually, it's the wrong idea. Yeah, it's the wrong idea. Create tension. Tension, not position. It's not about displacing the shoulder, it's about creating the proper tension. And the tension is being created in internal torque. So literally, the more tension you have here, the less this is going to fuck you up. And you'll stop the tingling and everything. Yeah. Yeah, because you're going to try to do this, right? And then it's loose. So when it's heavy, it is breaking you. If we can get you to go here, it'll be tight, strong. Instead of that, you're doing this, like this, toward retraction of the shoulder blade, and it's very loose. Actually, you want protraction, squeeze. I don't want retraction, I want protraction. So I don't want external torque, I want internal torque. So I want you to engage your pec on the front rack. And that'll make it a lot better. And so all this comes from you going like this. You see, like when you want to squeeze here, you go here. So you do this, so I'm exaggerating, obviously, but you're doing this on everything. So now this is getting jacked, and that's what you have the whole tingling. And this being sore all the time is from you being like this all the time. Even when you should be here, you're there. And so it displaces that. And that's where the pain comes from. So that muscle on you is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's always a sign that people are going toward external torque too much. If you go like this muscle is way too big for you. It's bigger than this muscle, which is weird. This muscle should not be big. There's no reason to have a large muscle here, right? This is where the forearm is. Actually, most of the strength is here. And then after is here. But that muscle basically is only to keep you from going this way with the arm, which you're not supposed to in the first place. I mean, it's like having a large muscle on the side of your knee. It's like, no, you should not have that. It's like, you know, if you had like a big muscle right here, you'd be like, no, but like on the knee. No, like on the knee. We don't have it. But imagine if that muscle right here was starting to develop. You'd be like, dude, that's probably not a good idea, right? You're moving your knee sideways. I don't think I want to train that. That's a little bit what we're doing with the elbow. So you see most women in CrossFit have a humongous, there's a name for that muscle, which of course I don't remember, but that muscle is growing more and more and more and more. And that goes straight to being tight all the time, and so you can formulate as much as you want. That's not the problem. The problem is we're creating tension incorrectly. And so all the front rack, all that stuff is actually internal torque. So the more we can find all this. Oh yeah, I can never remember. I looked it up. That lasted 2 weeks. Yeah, probably something like that. But so you get the idea, right? So we're going back to always, like right now, for example, you're here, right? And then your right side is higher. No, don't correct it. I'm just saying it's a show, because you know it's when people are rested, then you can start paying attention as a coach, right? You'll see people resting, and then they're always talking to you like this. So there's not a coincidence. Like, no, they're just not tilting their head. It's just like, you know, this is tight, so they don't like to, so they'll go this way to favor it, and you start to see people moving a certain way. So it's the eye test. Always pay attention to people when they're rested, because they'll do like, you'll see me mostly here, or doing that shit. But it's usually on the right, because it allows me to go here, because the teres major, so I don't do this as much. Stuff like that, because this is easier for me to go this way. That's a bad habit, actually. It's teres major on the right, because I'm lefty. And then I had like the accident on my right foot, so everything goes to external torque. So internal torque is not strong enough on my right side, but that comes from all this. So little stuff like that, you start to see, ooh, it gives you a clue. And then you start to add them up more and more and more, right? So we're going back to you there. So the easiest way for me to make you find internal torque is through the pecs, because it's very easy to feel. So pecs and short head of the bicep, and then we're going to blast it until you find it. But it requires from you to look for it, right? To get like, oh, that. So even when you're pulling, I want you to have that idea that you're playing with it.
So let's say if you're not pec doing the pec stick walk and
Good.
the shoulder.
Yeah, I want, where? Where in the shoulder do you feel the pec stick?
So like in the...
No, but like here? No.
Not fine.
No. So so that means here, find the pec. Find the pec, like do this with your wrist.
Shoulder should be doing nothing.
I feel it here a lot, but that's from, you know, like stabilization, but you should not feel it here. Then that means there's a lot of tension. So you go like this, and then if you're there, just force yourself down, right? And squeeze this part of the pec. Yes. Here is external torque, here is internal torque, right? So you go like this and find a position where you feel just your pec. So then so that's why I can't have you just do pec stick walks. It's intent. Yes. How are you doing the pec stick walk is what matters. The pec stick walk in itself, if you do it wrong, is not going to do shit, right? If you do this and you walk around, you're not going to do anything. What I want is this. Because then it's, even if it's low like this, but then it's all pec. You know, like a bodybuilding pose? And you're here, and then you just like, yeah, all pec. So I'll be here, but then I'll play with my hands, just so I can feel the pecs, right? And then I'll walk. So it's how you do it. Yep.
The best combination, I think,
It's a good one too. Yep.
then walk back and forth.
Yeah, that fucking hurts everywhere.
Really nice.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, exactly. Well, you have big biceps at the end, so it is nice, but yeah, exactly.
No shoulders.
Yeah, we did a lot of, you know what you do? My favorite also is hello, you know, with Beyonce. And every time she says hello, I do a curl. So, it's a fucked up one. So literally I'm like this, and every time she says hello, I have to do this. So you know, she has a thing when she says hello, hello. So you're like, yeah.